Hi everyone, this is Avi Harkishan from AH Charts. Let's take a look at SPY breakdown for today. But before we do that, let's jump into the Discord and let's look at the post from yesterday, which I had for today, March 17th. So I'm going to take a look at it here. And I wasn't sure if anybody look at the video I put out. I said there's a couple different scenarios that I see, especially two of them. Um, I talked about the resistance level that we have around that 572, 563, 565, 572, and the data that was showing in terms of dark pool and options that we're going to go very close to that 570, 575 area, which are the whales targets that I have. And I put out the chart that says we're probably going to go up here, but I'm going to gauge what happens at the bottom here. This here is a decision maker whether SPY has bottom or not. And I talked about a weekly chart. Chart. I talked about a weekly chart that Sorry guys, I'm probably thinking of church and I said church charts. I talked about a weekly chart, which I said we're gonna have to see what happens here because I think SPY is gonna move up within this range for whales target. Probably gonna hit somewhere around the whales target, and then we're gonna come back down. What happens between this range will be the decision maker. What was gonna happen with SPY. Now, looking at today's price action for SPY, we did hit that target. We're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow. But what I think I'm expecting to see happen tomorrow as well. Don't forget that we have some Fed's announcements coming up soon. Here, now that this one here on Wednesday we have the Fed interest rate decision, so that's going to have a major impact on the market. So we're going to have to take a look at that on Wednesday because obviously that's going to have a major impact on how market react. So if anything, what I think may happen tomorrow, especially if we're having some good news. Well, I'm not sure what good news is, but if there is no rate cut on Feds or anything to do with raising interest rate, maybe we're just gonna stay the same, or maybe a slight cut in interest rate. I don't know. It's possible you see the market react maybe in a positive way, or at least nothing that's going to be bearish in the market. So what I think may be possible is that the sell-off, I think, may have come to an end, and the charts, it's showing me we're in. So we have Elliott wave 1, 2. This is the macro with the white 1, 2. We've completed 2. We're in 3. So within 3 here, we completed a 1, 2, 3. We're in the fourth wave, and we have one more wave to complete here for wave 5 for the macro wave 3 before we come back down and test that 570 area. So let's take a look at this range here. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I wasn't sure if 5 is in, but I think the fifth wave is in for within that fourth wave, which you just saw. And the fourth wave was this wave here, this entire fourth wave. I think the bottom is in for the fourth wave. And for the fourth wave, you see you had a 1, 2. Let me just move this for a sec. In the red, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you had a 5 wave all the way to the bottom. I think that's completed. Now we're in wave 5 to complete that macro wave 3. Let's go down to the 30 minutes chart. Here we are on the 30 minutes. Give me a sec. Let me just remove some lines here. We have reclaimed the 200 EMA on the 30 minutes. Whales have set target at 570 still. That has not changed. What has changed is that they had support at, as of today, which was 564. They have moved that support up at 566. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to that support level, which is going to be 566. So let's do that right now. $566. Okay. So we have whale support 556 here. So the team over at AA Charts, they know we trade with data. We don't ignore the data, because if institutions have set a support they've seen time and time again, and they've set a whale's target they've seen time and time again, it tends to hit those target. So looking at this chart here, over here is resistance, right where the whale's target is at 560, 570. So going into tomorrow, this seems to be sort of an accumulation range where this here might be a spring, and you're seeing some sort of Wyckoff accumulation going on over here. Now the next target in terms of resistance would be on top here. So we'll just put that resistance. So you have resistance right at what is that, 577? 577 up here. So that's a level to look at if we break that 570 area, which is whale's target. The next level would be looking at a 577, or you're going to do a gap fill, which is over here. That's a gap fill right there. Right across, you have a gap fill. So the next target we're looking at is that 574 area towards that gap fill on the 30 minutes. Let's go down to the 15 minutes. So I was talking with the team. I did a call today with them, and we discussed a few things for our strategy session today, which I talked about, which I put out a recording up there, and I talked about the bull flag patterns that we've been seeing and some strategy that we've been using in here to make sure we're A+ setups. We're running trading A+ setups. So we recognize when we see good patterns and good chart patterns and all the things that follow our rules to trade. So we talked about this. If you look, we saw a pattern over here forming on the 5 minutes. Go back and we talked about this. We came back. Now we reclaimed the 200 EMA over here. We went up, saw that pattern, came back down. We retested. This become a demand zone or retest zone. We went up, did the same thing here. As you can see, this was a retest zone back here. We retested that zone right over here, straight here, as you see, and went back up. And we did the same thing again today, where we did a retest of this zone right on top here, which was over here, which was once sort of like a resistance zone. This became a support zone or retest for support. We bull flagged, came down, retest, and we broke out right over here. Talked about a team in terms of this breakout over here to go long. This is where you would go long when the 9 crosses above the 21 EMA. We talked about the strategies that we use in AA charts to ensure we are trading on the right side and not on the wrong side. And as you saw that, we went up again. So now here's a new retest zone, and whales set their support right over here at the retest zone. Pretty crazy to think, right? So everything is technicals. Let's adjust that again. 566. Make sure we got them right. So whale set their target, their support at 566. So tomorrow we have this megaphone pattern forming. So tomorrow, what we can see happen, a couple of different things we can see happen. Now, let's go to the 30 minutes. Let's remove some EMAs. Seeing that we have bottom, we're now in wave 1. let's look at our targets that we can see here. So this entire leg down for wave 4, if we were to look at targets where we could possibly see wave 1 go based on Elliott wave, is we take your fib retracement, start from the top, come down to the bottom, and where you tend to see a wave 1 retracement is right at that 0.382, which is 573. So you got to mark that level down, 573, which is right at that gap right over here. So tomorrow you can see us hit 570 to 574 area tomorrow to complete wave 1. So it's very much possible. That's a target I have for tomorrow. Is that level right there, which I think is very much possible to see us hit that target right there and then come back down to complete wave 2 retracement. Now in 5 minutes, what that would look like is this. Very much possible in the morning, we do this. Come back down in the morning, retest this level right here. Then we kind of start pushing up towards the whale target right here. If we do not stop at a whale target and we claim that 570 area, just so you know, it's very likely we're going to push up towards that 574 area. Now, that would be my upside target for this, that 574. So the target I'm looking for tomorrow on the upside, I'm looking for some sort of retest at the bottom here to come back and retest here. If we fail to hold this 570 area, then the next target that we'll look at is a retracement target. If assuming 570 up here was the top, then we're looking at a retracement to come back down towards that 557 area to complete wave 2, which is 557. But we'll have to see because we're still in that uptrend phase, and the target for tomorrow would be 570. So I'm looking for something like this, 570. If we get above that 570, we're gonna most likely fill that gap either tomorrow or the next day, sometime this week or so. But we're still trying to see because that's the 0.382 where wave 1 tends to end. So in terms of how much more that could be, that's about a 1.27% move on SPY. So this would be the forecast for tomorrow. Going into tomorrow is just looking to see a retest here, whether or not we hold that 556, 566 area, and we continue to move up. That's what I have for SPY. Once we complete this area up here, or somewhere around this range, which I'm actually gonna put the range out for you guys. So somewhere within this range here is what the target is for tomorrow. All right. So that target will be, let's see. The target will be 570. 570 to, let's say 574. 574 target for tomorrow. The team know to respect these targets, respect whales target, and because you don't trade against the whales. Look at your levels. This is what we have, and then we'll see whether or not we topped out here or somewhere within this box tomorrow, so we can start anticipating the next move. All right, guys, that's what I have for SPY. Hopefully that was helpful. QQQ will do the same thing as well. I'm going to take a look at QQQ separately. All right, later. Bye.